The power of the grassroots is one, and speaking to the voters is another one. Because if you are there on the issues, if you're there on things that matter most to the people, and you have a strong presence on the ground, I think that that goes a much longer way than the traditional like metrics of, well, how much do they have in the bank, and how long have they been in office. The media sort of has this bias that money wins and incumbents win. So incumbents with money win. And so nothing fits into that paradigm that would make somebody say like, oh well, an incumbent with a lot of money can lose. That you know, people think that if I were to win, that it would be shocking or an upset. It wouldn't be shocking or an upset to any of the people that live around here who haven't seen my opponent in 14 years. When it comes to endorsement, 1-to-1, I still have a lot more endorsements than he does, and I would hold up my endorsements up against his, because the endorsements that he's gotten are comfortable endorsements. Nobody has come out to support him that people were shocked or surprised about. I think that he expects other people to win this race for him, and he doesn't understand. People come and endorse me because they say, wow, Hector, you're running such a great race. You are really taking it to the people. You're really talking about the issues. You have a platform and a vision that I can believe in. I don't know why people endorse my opponent. Other than the fact that, well, we're all in this club, and so we got to endorse somebody in the club as well. So two main attacks that they've leveled on me. So Sierrez is not sure if I'm either a far left-wing radical or a secret Republican, right? So he doesn't know which one I am, and he doesn't have a clear message on that. Either I'm a fringe left-winger, AOC Bernie Sanders, and I should appeal to the moderates, or I'm a secret Republican, right? He doesn't know what he wants to say on that point. I've never been a member of the Republican Party ever once in my life. I've never done anything that could be even considered like remotely part of the Republican Party. My friends and family that saw that attack just like laughed. For some, especially knowing the people that I've debated with. When I was in high school, I used to get into debates all the time with the more conservative people. I have members in my family that are Trump supporters that completely laughed at the notion that I could have ever been a member of the Republican Party. So, poor research on their part, a very desperate attack. The second one, that I have Trump donors giving me money, right? You know, perhaps a smarter politician might say, wow, this guy has appeal to both sides of the aisle. Maybe we should be worried because he has not only the appeal to the more progressive side of the party, but actually could pull in some moderates. You know, had my opponent's PR team done a better job, they might have noticed that this donor donated to such right-wing radicals as Chuck Schumer, as Andrew Cuomo, as Bill de Blasio, and also recently donated to my opponent's endorser, Cory Booker. All things that they could have found out with a very simple... He can say his voting record is good because he votes for safe things. He's not a fighter for any issues. The only laws that he's introduced that have made it to legislation were laws to rename post offices. My opponent's greatest legislative accomplishment in 14 years is renaming a post office. His idea of leadership is, I'm signing on to the work that other people are doing. He's not a strong progressive in any sense of the word. In any sense of the word, he is a very right-wing Democrat. My opponent has never met a foreign intervention he didn't like. He voted for austerity back in the Obama years. There is no way on this earth my opponent can credibly call himself a progressive. And so if it comes to the policy by policy, like my opponent won't even say the words the Green New Deal until Nancy Pelosi gives him permission to. There's a Medicare for All bill in Congress that he has, you know, he loves jumping onto other people's work. He can't sign on to the Medicare for All bill by Pramila Jayapal, which I do support.